Divorce is overrated. In fact, divorce has become the normal flex in our society. We see marriages crashing by the day. In the name of, oh, I cannot take it. I can't take nonsense. It's over, I'm done, I want out. And social media has even made it worse. We have a lot of marriage counselors on social media who say, look, if your spouse is doing this, don't take it. Oh, if your spouse does this, do this. And they give a lot of contradictory marriage counseling. That if care is not taken, this counseling will crash your marriage to the ground. But I'm here to tell you that divorce is not the first option. You see, marriage is a union of two matured individuals that are raised from different backgrounds, that have different characters, that are different and distinct in all their forms. Okay, the man is different, the woman is different, but you come together in marriage. So one thing spouses must learn is to understand each other. Understand that you and your spouse, you are different. Remember, love is not enough until you understand each other and walk in wisdom to dwell in peace. I realize that people work well with their colleagues at work. They endure each other's misgivings, They work together in harmony with friends and family. But when it comes to marriage, every irritation sparks fire and they're like, oh, I'm done. This cannot work. This marriage cannot work. Please don't get me wrong. There are bad marriages and there are bad spouses. I'm not saying anybody should remain in a bad marriage and get killed. My heart goes to family members who have lost loved ones because of bad marriages and bad spouses. I'm not saying you should not separate when your life is threatened. I'm not saying you shouldn't take the necessary divorce action when all has been said and done, counseling and everything, but yet the situation is getting worse. Please do not misquote me. What I'm saying is that divorce should not be the first choice at the instance of any disagreements and problem in marriage. Take for example, we have siblings who have bad character, who behave in a certain way, but somehow we find a way to, work with them. We respect boundaries because we know that this person bad boy and they touch for your head. But when it comes to marriage, we fail to sit down to understand each other. If we can live in love, if we can live in understanding, if we can work on our individual character, then I think that the rate of divorce will be less in our time. The Bible tells us in Ephesians chapter 5 verse 21, and I read, it says, and further, you will submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. So we see that submission is to one another. That talks about mutual respect, mutual regard for one another, and understanding. Understanding is the bedrock of a good marriage. So please, let's stop overrating divorce. And also, I want you to know that there is a trauma that comes after divorce, especially when children are involved. So please, we can save ourselves the trauma of divorce and work with one another. At this point, I want to believe that you do not misunderstand my point. I'm not saying you should remain in a bad marriage and die there. I'm not saying you should support people who are going through very bad marriages, okay, to stay there and die at the end of the day. But I'm saying that we can work with understanding. We can work with knowing each other. We can involve the service of professional marriage counselors and become better people that we are meant to be, and have better marriages that will be a yardstick and a good example. If you are seeing my face for the first time, please Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Please like this video and share with your loved ones so that we can decrease the rates of divorce in our time. Thank you for watching this video. Stay blessed. See you in my next. Bye bye.